And here we are at the reviewing area, and here is the next component here that we were talking about, who was who Dad was saying stuff inside Astro Train 2's Soundwave after destroying Autobot City. And this next component that we're talking about is named Hook, who is the next component of the Constructicons set.
Now, Hook, he is he's a smart butt of them. Out of all the Constructicons, his saying is strive for perfection even if others must suffer. Hook considers himself as an artist. He is the snob of the group. He is full of himself. Hook is a master craftsman, having truly earned his insufferable in his ego. His high standards that he holds himself and others demeans he takes extra care to ensure even the most simple of jobs is completed to the nth degree of perfection. Now Megatron gets impatient with Hook for taking too long at whatever he's working on. But to Hook, there is no rush to perfection. Now, his all mode is a green diesel tandem crane. And some say that he is the leader of the Constructicons. But he's not.
Yes.
He just forms the head.
Yes. And yes, a lot of people thought that Hook here was the leader of the Constructicons because he does form the body of the combined mode, because normally for every combined mode the torso of the combined mode is the leader, but with the Constructicons here, this guy's not the leader, but one of the others is the leader.
So just because he forms the head does not mean he's a leader. It means that he's a snob. That he is. He is a snob. And like I said, in Transformers the movie 1980s, I believe it was him next to another Constructicon he was talking down to Soundwave. And he said something like, hey, nobody will follow a charismatic bore like you.
Yes, something like that.
And then that's when Rumble jumped out and he said, hey, nobody calls Soundwave a charismatic. He said something that wasn't even right.
Nobody calls Soundwave a charismatic bore.
Or something like that. So what they did in Astro Train was they were actually going to form Devastator. And then Rumble and Frenzy and all them said no way, so they started pounding
with their pile drivers.
Right, inside Astro Train, and then so they couldn't form Devastator, so Devastator didn't happen, and then it was just total chaos inside Astro Train. I don't see how Astro Train could put up with that, but okay. So, yeah, this is the smart mouth of the whole group of the Constructicons, is Hook. But his precision and what he's building or operating on is purely genius, and it's down to perfection every time. And I'm going to let Colton have it.
Okay, so here we have Hook here in his crane mode, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. In his crane mode here, and and again, not a lot to it, but it does look cool for what it is. Of course, a lot of green with some nice detail work, some chrome, some purple on the front windshield piece, and also the back windshield piece, which the purple on this is a separate piece and not just painted on. Because if I zoom in here to show y'all, you could see this purple is not painted in. This is actually a separate piece of plastic. Same for this. And to show y'all here on the side, yep. And you do have 6 wheels here, which do have some chrome on the rims of the tires. And on the bottom, you don't really have a lot of robot mode kibble on the bottom. Well, you do have some purple here, but that's for the robot mode. Oh, and showing y'all on the front here. Again, a lot of nice detail work here. And you do have some detail work here. And he does roll really well. Although the rims of the tires, like especially the back ones here, from what I noticed, these back ones do not roll really well. But oh, and this one also doesn't roll really well. So 3 of these wheels, from what I can see, don't really roll really well, but the other 3 do. They might be kind of stiff. But it is what it is. But he does have some features in him in vehicle mode. And he does come with some accessories, but one of these is meant for, of course, combined mode, and the other one is, of course, his normal weapon for robot mode. But before I show you those, for features of what he can do in vehicle mode, the crane arm does move up and down on this hinge joint here, and it can rotate here, so you can have that. And It does. Oh, yep. It does rotate all the way around. Yeah. And this part here does move, but you can move this however you want, and it doesn't affect anything in robot mode or vehicle mode, right?
Right.
Okay. And this part does extend out and collapses in. And the little hook arm is on a hinge joint here. And the slider on this is really stiff.
It don't move.
Okay, I was seeing if this thing here could move,
No.
but it doesn't. Okay, so that's about all the features that it has, and
We're going to get him in attack mode right quick.
yes, because he does have an attack mode.
Yeah. Imagine that. A big old crane going down the road having an attack mode. Whoa.
And that is, you would take this, and this green thing does attach onto this hole in this tab here. And the way you attach this is from here, and it's from this tab and this hole here. So it looks like that. And you do, of course, have to move the little crane arm out of the way to attach this on. And it is meant for robot mode, but you can do some with it in the vehicle mode. But this is his normal gun he comes with. And what you would do is you would take this and attach it to this hole and this peg here. So it looks like that. And there you have his attack mode.
You have this armored up crane attack mode. Imagine that.
So you can see how that looks. Has a lot of armor to it.
Mm-hmm.
And also some firepower. So that is it for the vehicle mode. So now let's transform him. So of course I'm gonna have to remove all this off of him. Now we can begin. So to start off the transformation, you want to take the front of the cab section, which is right here, and you're gonna extend it all the way out on these sliders here. Because, yes, he does have 2 sliders here. Just like that. And this leaves you room to take the front of the cab sections and flip them around. And, of course, they are on sliders. You can see there. And these are going to form his legs. So once these are slid out, you want to compress it all the way in. And to show you, the reason why you have to slide this out to flip out these things, which will be his legs, is because if you try to flip these out, you're with this not slid out, you're not going to have any room because this part does block it. Even when you try to flip these back in without extending this out, it still does block it. And also, for this crane arm, you do want to make sure that it's extended out some, because this will help support his balance. Because without it, he's just gonna topple over. So you have to keep this slid down.
This leg right here all the way out. There it is.
Yeah. Have to make sure his legs are all the way out. And now you want to take the back wheels here and extend them out on here so they look like this. And also make sure that they lock into place. And also so they can rotate. And then take this black thing and flip it up, which will reveal his head. Well, first you gotta make sure to slide it out some. You can see here. Make sure to slide it out some so you can flip it up. Like that. And there you have Hook in his robot mode. And he does look really cool. Just looks pretty cool in robot mode. At least for me. And getting a closer look at the head sculpt here. You can see pretty good head sculpt here. Does have some silver paint, and his face does kind of look like a face, right?
Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Because I could see like the nose and like what looks like a mouth, some sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has like somewhat of a nose and a mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his face, y'all.
Yeah. And for the rest, it's just all purple here, which helps break up a lot of the green. But if he had some stickers on him for both robot mode and vehicle mode. And there goes his head.
Yeah.
If he had stickers for both robot mode and his vehicle mode, it would look spectacular. But
Yeah.
of course, we're not going to do stickers. And you do have some chrome here exposed. And the knees is what we've already seen because these were part of the vehicle mode. And here's the side view. And you have to leave this extended out some so that way he can balance really good, because if you leave this collapsed up, he's gonna fall over or tip back some. And here's the back here. And not much to it, but still looks cool. And for articulation, arms rotate, and that's it. And you can have him hold his gun in his hand. There you go. And that's it. And you cannot do anything with the combined mode parts in robot mode. As yeah. Of course, you cannot do anything with the combined mode parts for him in robot mode, which is this thing here. But all he can do is wield his gun in robot mode. And that is it for Hook. So we'll be back with our final thoughts here.